This week on The Modified World, I'm going to show medical professionals how to remove anchors in emergency situations. That's right. Just stay tuned. So welcome to The Modified World, the weekly web show about body modification, the people who do it, the people who get it, and why it matters. I'm your host, the senior piercer up here at the world-renowned Pangea Piercing, and the purveyor of all this internet madness. And this week, I'm going to be teaching medical professionals how to remove surface anchors in emergency situations. Sometimes, medical professionals will wind up getting patients in their care who have single point piercings, some random gem or metal disc or ball stuck somewhere where there clearly is no way for it to go all the way through to the other side. And for a lot of people, this presents a conundrum because some of these patients will need to receive MRIs and x-rays, and sometimes surface anchors can occlude those results. So most of the time they insist on them being removed. And let's be honest, a lot of patients don't know how they're actually supposed to be removed. Now, in the shop, if you were to come to see us, we would have a couple of different options. We could maybe massage them out, as you saw Pierre do on an earlier video. What we would typically do, though, would be make a tiny little nick with a 12-gauge needle and just slip it out. However, though, you're probably, as a medical professional, not going to have access to a large gauge needle handy. However, you will probably have a number 11 scalpel on hand. And it works the very same way. You can slightly grab the anchor either with your fingers or with some sort of hemostat and then kind of tug on it. You'll see which way it's facing by the way that it lifts under the skin. You'll see it peak up a little bit, and then just take just the tip, insert it down into the hole that the post comes out of, and make just the tiniest little nick. Just enough to wind up giving it a little bit of relief. Hopefully you wind up getting it on the heel side. Most anchors have a short side and a long side. Ideally, you make your little nick on the side that has the short side and make it easy to come out. There's a few different styles of anchors. Some of them will have, various numbers of holes through the foot. Some of them will have a slot. Some of them will have no holes. The no hole and the slotted ones are easier to remove. However, they're a lot less frequently encountered. When you grab a hold of the jewelry after you've made your little nick and you go to take it out, if it doesn't come out easily, it very well might be because there's actually skin grows in those holes. So you might need to slide the tip of your number 11 along the base of the foot to help dislodge any of that tissue that might have grown into those holes. And it should slip out pretty easily. Aftercare for it is just mild alcohol-free liquid soap, wash it up, put a bandage on it, kind of leave it alone. They will be a little scabbier than a normal puncture wound, but they heal up pretty good on their own right. It's an unfortunate thing if people have to have their surface anchors removed in an emergency situation. However, health and safety always takes precedence over vanity and body art. So don't feel bad if you have to have your anchors removed. The main thing is that you survive to be able to get them redone. And that's pretty much it for my show this week, except for the little bit of knowledge that I need to drop on you. We're at a little over 8,000 subscribers. And at 10,000 subscribers, here at the flagship store down at 211 East Liberty in Ann Arbor, Michigan, we will be having free piercing day when we hit 10,000 subscribers, which is coming sooner than anybody expects. However, though, we'd like to see it happen a little bit faster. So induce your friends to wind up subscribing to the show because we could use the help. And when I say free piercing day, I mean exactly what it sounds. You show up with your ID. You sign the papers. You tell us what you want. Of course, we will select jewelry for you. It won't be fancy. It will be adequate, though. It'll be either industrial strength anatometal or neometal, depending on what we have to use for you. But you sign the papers, and you get your piercing totally free. Jewelry's on us. We're going to see how many records we can set that day for how many piercings we've done. We'll have everybody on staff eager to stab the hell out of you. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to. Not only that, but you don't want to miss videos. I've got some really interesting things coming down the pike here in a few weeks. Things that kind of skirt the law, if you know what I mean. Maybe a bit more extreme than our usual fare of just a few piercings and maybe the occasional suspension. Kind of exciting stuff. So definitely subscribe. And of course, leave me some comments in the section down below. It never hurts, and besides, I might send you some swag or something. And if you support what we do, then hey, share a video every now and then on your Facebook, your Tumblr, your Twitter. I know you got one. And of course, stop back by next week for another episode of The Modified World. Wow.